Irrigation systems for residential homes or sprinkler system for residential homes. Question: when laying out a sprinkler system, there are sundry valves. There are pop-up valves for smaller areas, say a 3 to 4 foot grass section. Then for the grass section, which covers more square footage, normally speaking, say the larger area, those would be oftentimes used, the type of head used would be a oscillating head. And when referring to an oscillating head, that means a head that goes from 0 to 360. If planned right, if the correct water pressure is used, if the correct amount of heads are used, etc. So again, say if you had, say, 4 to 6 heads per zone, some allow 8. Normally, my opinion is I go, if it calls for 8, sometimes I go for 6, 5 or 6 to keep the water pressure stout. It depends on the neighborhood. Different neighborhoods have different water pressure. You can go to one neighborhood and the water pressure may be extremely weak. You may go to a different neighborhood and the water pressure may be extremely high. In this case, one would need a pressure reducing valve to rein in the pressure from, say, 65 to 75 psi. But the question, when an oscillating head, the pop-up heads have a little screw, have a water filter and a screw head on top, unless you use the finger ones, and those are, I'm saying finger, I'm probably using the wrong terms, the one that kind of goes out, and those are good. They're a little bit more expensive. Those are used normally on the pop-up heads, and it makes it look like an oscillating head, or it may actually, I'm not certain all the details. But the oscillating head, if one's going to set this, the range is usually between 0 and 360 degrees. So in order to set one particular brand, each particular brand has their own maybe tool or however you set it, so it's not a one size fits all. Okay, but say for instance, this particular tool here would fit one particular head. And as you note, it's got 2 holes for your, looks like your index finger and the second finger beside the index. That's normally where I place mine, but it doesn't have to be this way. Okay, if one looks on the bottom, they see a metal that looks like an Allen screw. And that's essentially perhaps close to what it is. Because what happens when you're doing the distance, say not from left to right, but straight ahead distance, it's got a little metal screw, and on top of this, it's embedded down in there. You have to put this down in there and seat it down into the little metal set screw. So once you start turning this clockwise, it screws the little set screw down and it touches the water. So the water, say if the water was going 15 to 20 feet, now the water, if you turn this clockwise, may go, say, 10 feet, and it may spray out and have more of a mist. So you have to fine tune this which particular way you want. Now, if one notes the top edge, it has these kind of ear-looking things or protrusions here. If you turn the key upside down and stick it in there, and you seat it, and you turn it clockwise or counterclockwise, this will give you the how far on from 0 to 360 on oscillating. So this particular this particular side here, and I think, I'm not certain, the irrigation gurus can add this, but I think when you turn it clockwise, I think one full turn clockwise may give you like 90 degrees. I'm not certain on that, but don't hold me to that. So this is it's been a while since I set them quite regularly, but sometimes you do it and you don't even think about it. But so if you had, say if you had a head doing a 180 and you wanted it to do a 360, you may need to turn it twice. In my opinion is you may need to turn it twice. I'm not certain on that. Again, don't this is but this is when it's turned upside down and seated. This turns it. You can turn it clockwise or counterclockwise. Now, if you turn it counterclockwise and the head does not do anything, at this point the head is bad. So, but again, let's rehash here. This is a tool for one particular brand. This metal part goes down, hits the set screw. Now, one caveat. One does not need to back the set screw out counterclockwise too far, because there's a little orifice in there. And if you back it out, then the set screw won't hold the little plastic looking orifice or whatever it's made out of, and the water pressure may blow it out, and then all of a sudden it's like instead of having a nick, something that's spraying, you've got a hemorrhage leak, and then your water pressure drops. So you need to keep that Allen screw at least in front of the orifice. But if you turn this, it will give you that. Now this end here, say if you're going from 0 to 360 straight ahead and you start rotating this clockwise, the set screw will start to touch the water and the water may not go as far. You turn the key upside down, put it in a different hole in the head, and you turn it clockwise or counterclockwise to set whatever you need to set on the rotation from 0 to 360 on the oscillating part. This is a key for an irrigation to set an irrigation. And again, keys are all relative. It depends on the manufacturer, etc. So one key may not fit all. One key may fit one manufacturer and another key may fit another manufacturer. So key to adjust an irrigation or a lawn sprinkler head. Thank you.